Pupils Book, page 91. Activity 2. Listen and find. Which electronic device is the girl talking about? Then match to the correct words and phrases from the box. 1.
Look at this, Rosie. It's my mum's. She's letting me take it on our school trip. I love its case. Look, it will just fit into this outside pocket of my backpack. And it's lighter than my laptop. I'm going to use it to take photos on our trip, and take notes, and check the weather. Here, look at these new apps. I've got one about learning Italian and one about solving puzzles. Okay, we'll take turns. I'll learn Italian and you'll become a puzzle master.
Two.
Hi, I'm not here. Please leave me a message. Thanks.
Hi, Mary. I hope you get this message. Just to let you know, we're taking the 10:30 train to meet you in the city. Oh, I think the train's almost here. I'm putting this in my jeans pocket now and setting it to silent and vibrate. Otherwise, people on the train might give me looks when they hear the music on the ringer I set for you. When I get off the train, I'll use my GPS navigator to find you. Oh, wait! I'm getting a message right now. It's from you.
3.
Anyway, Barbara, I should go now. I'm supposed to be doing my homework. I have to write a paragraph about the future, so I'm doing some research. But I just found this great film. I love watching it on this big screen. My old one was only a 10-inch screen, but this one is a 14-inch. And the sound is good too. I'll just watch a little of the film and then do my research. Oh, and then I'll check my messages. One last time. Oh no! I just lost my internet connection. I'll have to reboot and see if it starts up again. I hope I saved what I typed.
4.
Wow, this is so good. What? I can't hear you. I just love these. I can listen to music anywhere, except at school, of course, and not at the dinner table. What? Wait, let me take out the earphones. Okay, now I can hear you.
Pupils Book, page 91. Activity 3. Listen again. Will we have these devices 10 years from now? Copy and make 2 lists. Can you add any of your own ideas? 1.
Look at this, Rosie. It's my mum's. She's letting me take it on our school trip. I love its case. Look, it will just fit into this outside pocket of my backpack. And it's lighter than my laptop. I'm going to use it to take photos on our trip, and take notes, and check the weather. Here, look at these new apps. I've got one about learning Italian and one about solving puzzles. Okay, we'll take turns. I'll learn Italian and you'll become a puzzle master.
2.
Hi, I'm not here. Please leave me a message. Thanks.
Hi, Mary. I hope you get this message. Just to let you know, we're taking the 10:30 train to meet you in the city. Oh, I think the train's almost here. I'm putting this in my jeans pocket now and setting it to silent and vibrate. Otherwise, people on the train might give me looks when they hear the music on the ringer I set for you. When I get off the train, I'll use my GPS navigator to find you. Oh, wait! I'm getting a message right now. It's from you.
3.
Anyway, Barbara, I should go now. I'm supposed to be doing my homework. I have to write a paragraph about the future, so I'm doing some research. But I just found this great film. I love watching it on this big screen. My old one was only a 10-inch screen, but this one is a 14-inch. And the sound is good too. I'll just watch a little of the film and then do my research. Oh, and then I'll check my messages. One last time. Oh no! I just lost my internet connection. I'll have to reboot and see if it starts up again. I hope I saved what I typed.
4.
Wow, this is so good. What? I can't hear you. I just love these. I can listen to music anywhere, except at school, of course, and not at the dinner table. What? Wait, let me take out the earphones. Okay, now I can hear you.
Pupils Book, page 92. Activity 5. Listen and read. What happened to the flowers on Rosal? The Visitor, by Brian Valverde.
When the spaceship landed, the boy was hiding behind the trees. It was a beautiful, clear morning. The sun was shining. The birds were singing. The boy just watched the spaceship and waited. While the boy was watching and waiting, a tall creature suddenly came out of the spaceship. The creature was wearing a silver suit and a large helmet. He started collecting flowers. One by one, he scanned each flower with some kind of camera. Then he typed some information about the flower onto a tablet. When he was finished, he put the flower into a large box. The creature thought he saw something move and asked, "Is anybody there?" The boy didn't answer. The creature looked over his shoulder and saw the boy hiding behind the trees. "Oh, there is someone. Hello," the creature said. "It's all right. You can come closer." "What are you doing?" the boy asked. "I'm collecting samples of flowers," the creature replied. "Flowers? For what?" asked the boy. "I'm going to take them back to my planet," said the creature. "Haven't you got any flowers on your planet?" asked the boy. The creature sighed. "No, our planet dried up a long time ago. We created too much pollution. We cut down too many trees, and now it's like a desert. There's almost no water anymore. All of the flowers and trees that lived on our planet are gone." "That's terrible," said the boy. "Is anyone doing anything about it?" "Yes. That's why we're collecting samples of life from other planets. Our scientists are working very hard to create water. We use these samples to learn about water. I believe someday water will return to our planet." "Wow," the boy said. What's the name of your planet? It's called Rozool, the creature said. Long ago, it was very beautiful. If we work hard, someday Rozool will be beautiful again. And then the creature returned to his ship. The boy waved goodbye as the spaceship slowly went up into the air and disappeared.
Activity Book, page 78. Activity 5. Listen and read. Then answer the questions. Jenny's bad morning.
Jenny, a Year 6 pupil, was sleeping when her bed started shaking. While the bed was shaking, a strange voice said, "Jenny, wake up! Time to go to school!" "You'll wake everybody up. Stop shaking and talking," Jenny said. "Sorry," said the bed. "I'm hungry," said Jenny. "Good morning, Jenny," a robot chair said. She sat on the robot and patted it. The robot carried her to the kitchen. "What would you like for breakfast, Jenny?" asked the fridge. Jenny said, "Crunchy crisp cereal and toast, please." 5 seconds later, the fridge opened up and put a bowl of cold cereal in front of her, and the toaster added hot toast with butter. After breakfast, Jenny sat on the robot chair again, and it took her to her room. Jenny got dressed. "These clothes are too tight," said Jenny. The robot said, "Clothes be bigger." The clothes got a little bigger. "Perfect," said Jenny. It was time for school. Jenny's mum said, "Hurry up, Jenny, get in the fly car." Fly car? No one rides in fly cars anymore, thought Jenny. Jenny wanted to use a flying suit to fly her to school. Her mum shook her head. "Sorry, you can't use a flying suit until you're 12. Jenny got in the fly car. She wasn't happy. She hated being 11. She thought, "I want to be 12. It'll be so much more fun."
Pupils Book, page 94. Activity 7. Listen and read. How will Ellie get to school today?
Listen to this. Somebody has invented a flying suit. Can you believe it?
Yes, I've heard about it. I want one.
Start saving your money. This one costs €75,000.
Wow, that is expensive. But it won't be expensive in the future. Someday, everybody will have one.
You're probably right.
We'll simply put on flying suits and fly wherever we want. No more planes or airports.
OK, but today, no flying suits for you. You're going to go on the bus. And you'd better hurry up.
Pupils Book, page 94. Activity 9. Listen and match. Then write. Use a word or phrase from the box. 1.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video on my phone.
Oh, what for?
I want to send a video message to my friend.
You've got video messaging on your phone. You're fancy. My phone has only got text messaging.
I know. I bet you sooner or later video messaging will be as popular as text messaging.
You're probably right.
2.
How would you like to pay for that? Cash or card?
Can I use my smartphone?
Why, certainly. Of course you can.
Great.
Just place your smartphone on top of the machine. Wait for the beep. OK, that's done.
Can I have a receipt, please?
Actually, it's already in your phone, but here's a shop receipt for you.
Thanks. 3.
Jason, come on, it's time for school. Is your tablet on?
Yes, I'm playing a video game on it.
Save that for later. Get your books ready while I log on to the school website for you.
OK.
It's nice you don't have to go on the bus for an hour to get to school anymore. Your teacher is right here for you all the time. You just need to switch him on.
Yes, but this robot teacher is stricter than the human ones were.
That's good. Maybe you'll learn more.
4.
Wow! I love your new car.
Thanks. I just got it last week. It's driverless.
What do you mean? What is driverless?
It means I don't have to drive it. It drives on its own.
Really?
Yes. There's a computer inside. I just get in the car, tell the computer where I want to go, and it drives me there.
Amazing! That computer navigation system must be really expensive.
Yes, but in another 25 years, all cars will be driverless. Do you want to go for a ride?
Activity book, page 79. Activity 7. Listen, then answer the questions.
Jason, come on. It's time to get ready for school.
Oh, Mum, do I have to?
Yes. Get your books ready while I log on to your virtual classroom.
OK. Whoops! I'm really late for my English lesson.
At least you don't have to take the bus for an hour to school anymore. Your teacher's right here for you all the time. You just need to switch him on.
Yes, but this robot teacher is stricter than the human ones were.
That's good. Maybe you'll learn more.
Activity book, page 80. Activity 10. Look at the pictures. Complete the sentences. Use will or won't. Then listen and check your answers. 1.
In 2020, smartphones won't look the same as they do today.
2.
In the future, you'll wear your phone on your wrist.
3.
In a few years from now, you'll carry your computer in your pocket.
4.
In the future, people won't carry large tablets anymore.
5.
In the future, people probably won't listen to music on an MP3 player.
6.
With one patch-to-patch near each ear, you and your friends will be able to listen to the same music at the same time.
Pupils book, page 96. Activity 13. Listen and read. What types of jobs do robots do? Check your guesses in 12. Robots. The present, not just the future.
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about robots? Is it Wall-E, the Disney robot? He was designed to collect rubbish, but he accidentally ended up saving the planet. Or do you think of the lovable robots from the Star Wars films, C-3PO and R2-D2? C-3PO was designed to help humans understand languages, and R2-D2 could fix anything. Unfortunately, robots with these capabilities exist only in films. However, it probably won't be as far into the future as Star Wars before robots like these exist in real life. Robotic technology has made enormous progress, and there are more than 1 million robots doing all kinds of work for us already. For example, they do boring and repetitive factory work or housework, as well as very dirty jobs. But, more importantly, they do the jobs nobody can do. The Mars rover Sojourner and the underwater robot Caribou are exploratory robots. They help us learn about places that are too difficult or dangerous for anyone to go. But there's also amazing robot technology that can help save lives. The snake bot, for example, is long and thin and can move almost like a real snake. It can move forwards, sideways and even upwards, so it can go where no one else can. That means they might be able to find someone trapped in a building after an earthquake or a fire. In the near future, doctors will probably use tiny snake bots for very difficult surgical procedures. The main difference between the robots in films and today's robots is that robots in films actually think. But this too will change. Robots have already started doing more complicated tasks. For example, robots have already taught over 2 million British primary school children about recycling. The next step is socially assistive robots. They can talk and make gestures. The makers of these robots hope that one day they'll help people with special needs. Will a robot best friend be better than a real friend? One good thing about a robot is that it never gets tired or angry. So it'll always be there to help.
Activity Book, page 82. Activity 15. Listen and read. How will running robots help police? Tomorrow's robots.
We all know that robots will be part of our future. In fact, there are already more than 1 million robots that work for us. Most of these robots do jobs that are too dirty, repetitive or dangerous for people to do. In some factories, robots already make a lot of things, usually doing complicated tasks that people can't do. There are also robots today that are able to go to places that are too difficult or dangerous for humans to go to. Exploratory robots in space, for example, are able to explore parts of the universe in a way that humans cannot. Some robots can also explore deep underwater places that are too unsafe or too deep for people to reach. We aren't sure what the robotic creatures of the future will do, but many will surely be socially assistive robots who will be able to move, talk, and make hand gestures. They will help people do things that they're unable to do. That's good, isn't it?
Firefighter robots.
One day, there will be robots that fight fires. Human firefighters will control the robots and guide them into burning buildings. One type of robot will look like a real firefighter. These robots will be able to walk, climb up ladders, and see through smoke. Another type will look like a snake, able to move through the air. These will help firefighters find people trapped in small places.
Running robots.
There might also be some robots that look like animals. They'll probably have 4 legs and be able to run very fast. They'll have bigger back legs than front legs, so that they can jump too. These robots will probably help police catch criminals. They'll catch the criminals because they'll be able to run faster than humans.
Jumping robots.
This robot won't look like an animal or person, but it'll do amazing things. It'll have wheels that move it from place to place. What's amazing about this robot is that it'll be able to jump very high. In fact, it might be able to jump over walls or onto rooftops. It'll help police see if there are dangerous things or people there.
Pupils Book, page 98. Activity 17. Look, listen and read. Who will be Leo's English teacher? Leo is talking to his teacher, Ms. Atkins, in the classroom.
Miss Atkins, will you be our English teacher next year?
No, I'm afraid I won't.
Oh, will we have classes with Mr. Craig instead?
No, you won't.
Oh, will there be a new English teacher next year?
Yes, there will.
Do you think the new teacher will be as nice as you?
Oh, I doubt it. Your new English teacher will be a robot.
Pupils Book, pages 100 and 101. Activity 25. Listen and read. Find 3 languages or dialects. Endangered languages.
A language is a living thing. A language needs to be used, otherwise it gets forgotten. There are about 7,000 languages in the world, but roughly every 14 days, one of these languages is no longer spoken and dies. Experts believe that by 2100, more than half of today's languages will be extinct. There are many reasons why a language starts to disappear. Often, it's because the need for the language disappears, or it can be because fewer and fewer people communicate with it. In Bolivia, more than 30 languages are spoken today. One is a secret language called Kalawaya. The reason it's known as a secret language is because it's only taught by a father to his son or a grandfather to his grandson. Girls almost never learn to speak it. The Kalawaya people use their language for healing and in their family. They don't really use it anywhere else. These days, there are only about 20 people who can speak Kalawaya. With each new generation, fewer males will speak the language and pass it on to their children. Kalawaya is disappearing because of cultural and social changes in people's behavior. Before Mandarin Chinese became the official language of China, there were hundreds of different Chinese dialects. Many of them died out because people stopped using them. Zhelo is one of them. The problem is that there are different kinds of Zhelo, and even some Zhelo people can't understand each other. Guo Zhuming still speaks Zhelo. She believes she can preserve her language. She's been collecting information about it. She's now got a list of more than 70,000 words. Will she be able to save it? Perhaps, if she creates a Zhelo dictionary. But this doesn't mean people will speak the language. There's a language in Mexico that only 2 people can speak. Manuel Segovia and Isidro Velázquez are the last people who speak Ayapaneco fluently. They live only 500 meters from each other, but they refuse to talk to each other. No one knows why. Some people say maybe they just don't have much to say to each other.
Activity Book, page 86, Activity 24. Read and complete with the words from the box. Then listen and check.
Did you know that at least one language becomes extinct in the world every month? Languages are disappearing fast, and experts believe that in less than 100 years there will be only half of the languages that exist today in the world. But there are some attempts to preserve endangered languages. For example, the Khang language and culture is one of the most endangered dialects in Vietnam. There are only 4,000 known speakers, and they haven't got a written language. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, decided to help keep the Khang language and culture from disappearing. UNESCO workers wrote down Khang traditions, developed an alphabet, prepared materials for teaching the language in classes, and trained local speakers to teach those classes. Now, Kang speakers will be able to pass on the language to their children for generations to come. This seems like an effective way to preserve a language, doesn't it?
Pupils Book, page 104. Activity 35. Listen, read and repeat. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Pupils Book, page 104. Activity 36. Listen and blend the sounds. 1.
Happy.
2.
Hobby.
3.
Summer.
4.
Ladder.
5.
Tennis.
6.
Butter.
Pupils Book, page 104. Activity 37. Listen and chant.
My favourite hobby in the summer is playing tennis and eating bread and butter.
Checkpoint. Units 4 to 6. Pupils Book, page 107. Activity 2. Get ready. A. Rewrite the dialogue in the correct order. Then listen and check.
Hey, look at this.
What?
Scientists are working on some amazing new sunglasses. Soon, with these glasses, you'll be able to make phone calls, search for things online, take photos, and do all kinds of things.
That sounds like a bad idea to me.
Really? Why?
Because I always lose my sunglasses. I lost them last week while I was hiking. And I guess these amazing new glasses will be more expensive than normal sunglasses.
Well, yes, I suppose that's true. Someone should invent sunglasses that you can't lose.
Now that sounds like a better idea.
Units 4 to 6. Exam preparation. Pupils Book, page 110. Listening, part 4. Listen and tick the box. There is one example. What shops did Sally go to today?
Hello, Sally. Did you have a good day shopping with Karen?
We had a great day, Mum. We spent most of the day in the department store. It's really big.
And did you look at the necklaces in the jewellery shop?
We didn't have time to go to the jewellery shop. It's quite far from the centre of town. But we went to the clothes shop in Lower Street and saw lots of lovely t-shirts and jeans.
Can you see the tick? Now you listen and tick the box. 1. What did Sally buy at the shops today?
So, did you buy the headphones that you wanted, Sally?
Yes, I did. And I bought a new bag too. It's pink and spotty. And it was really cheap.
And did you buy the book that you need for your history class?
No, I'm going to go back and buy it next week. They didn't have it in the shop today.
2. Which tablet is the most expensive?
Look, Mum, when I was in town, I took some photos on my mobile phone of 3 tablets I really like. I've got my birthday money still. What do you think?
I like the red tablet, Sally. Are you going to buy that one?
Maybe. I love it, but it's very expensive. Look.
Oh, yes, it is. The red tablet is more expensive than the black one here.
That's true. Oh, look. The green tablet is cheaper than both the red tablet and the black one.
3. Which cafe did Sally have lunch in?
We had a sandwich in the cafe next to the card shop. It was really busy in there, and we had to wait for a table.
Is that the cafe opposite the shopping centre?
No, that cafe closed last year. This cafe is between the card shop and the flower shop.
Oh, I know that cafe. It's called Gino's.
That's right, yes. The sandwiches are delicious there.
4. How did Sally come home from the shops?
Did Karen's mum drive you home from town in her car, Sally?
No, she was working today, Mum, so she couldn't take us home.
So did you walk home then?
We wanted to walk, but when we were leaving town, it started raining, so we came home by bus. There were lots of children I know in the bus. It was great fun.
Oh, that's good.
5. What is Sally going to take camping?
Don't forget we're going camping tomorrow, Sally, so I'd like you to put what you need in a bag.
Oh, Mum, I hate camping. It's so boring.
Well, how about taking some things that you like doing then? What do you want to take with you?
Well, I'd like to listen to music, so I could take my MP3 player. And I've got lots of films I want to watch on my laptop. And of course I'm going to take my mobile phone with me.
Really, Sally? You can listen to music on your mobile phone. You don't need to take your MP3 player. But that's a good idea to take your laptop, as it usually rains when we go camping, so you can watch your films. And don't forget to pack your clothes too.
Now listen again. Unit 7. What's that? Pupils Book, page 112. Activity 1. Look at the pictures and read the questions. Choose the correct answers. Then listen and check. 1.
What's this used for? A. Giving your hand and wrist a massage. B. Playing piano music without a piano. C. Typing messages without a keyboard.
The answer is B. It's used for playing music.
2.
What's this used for? A. Looking for lost items in a pool. B. Learning how to swim. C. Making phone calls in a pool.
The answer is C. It's used for making phone calls while you're in a pool.
3.
What's this used for? A. Moving quickly underwater. B. Exploring underwater. C. Taking pictures underwater.
The answer is A. It's used for moving quickly underwater.
Pupils Book, page 113. Activity 2. Match the gadgets to words or phrases from the box. Then listen and check. 1.
Welcome to another fun episode of Name That Gadget. OK, here's the first clue. Have you heard of this line? Just point, shoot, and watch the photo develop before your eyes.
A camera.
That's right. It's a Polaroid camera. It's used for taking instant photos. It first came out in 1948, and it was especially popular in the 70s.
2.
Here's another gadget. Anyone recognise it?
It was used to play games, wasn't it? It says, Game Boy. See? There's the screen, and that cross might be the control.
Exactly. Game Boy was the first portable or mobile gaming device. It came out in 1991. It required batteries, which would last 12 hours.
I'd love to have one like that.
3.
This next gadget was the hippest gadget of the 60s. For most people at the time, it was used to listen to the news. But for teenagers, it was used mainly to listen to music.
I'm sure of this one. It's a transistor radio. My grandmother had one.
Yes, the pocket transistor radio came out in 1954 and remained popular for decades.
4.
Is that a mobile phone?
You're exactly right, Paul. It's a Motorola mobile phone. It first came out in 1973.
It's huge!
Imagine having that in your pocket.
5.
And next, what do you think this gadget is used for? Here's a clue. It's commonly used when people want to use their phones hands-free. For example, when they're driving.
A speakerphone?
Nice try, but no.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called.
Well, two names are possible. Headset or earpiece.
Ah, that's right.
Today, you see these wireless devices everywhere. But in the early days, there was nothing like it.
6.
Children used to sit in front of their TV sets and play this for hours. They no longer had to beg Mum or Dad to take them to the arcade to play.
It sounds like you're describing a video game system, but that doesn't look like one.
It is a video game system, a really old one. My dad has one in the garage.
You're right, Monica. It's the Atari video game system, to be exact, made in about 1977.
Pupils Book, page 113. Activity 3. Listen again. Take notes about each gadget and what it was used for. 1.
Welcome to another fun episode of Name That Gadget. OK, here's the first clue. Have you heard of this line? Just point, shoot, and watch the photo develop before your eyes.
A camera.
That's right. It's a Polaroid camera. It's used for taking instant photos. It first came out in 1948, and it was especially popular in the 70s.
2.
Here's another gadget. Anyone recognise it?
It was used to play games, wasn't it? It says, Game Boy. See? There's the screen, and that cross might be the control.
Exactly. Game Boy was the first portable or mobile gaming device. It came out in 1991. It required batteries, which would last 12 hours.
I'd love to have one like that.
3.
This next gadget was the hippest gadget of the 60s. For most people at the time, it was used to listen to the news. But for teenagers, it was used mainly to listen to music.
I'm sure of this one. It's a transistor radio. My grandmother had one.
Yes, the pocket transistor radio came out in 1954 and remained popular for decades.
4.
Is that a mobile phone?
You're exactly right, Paul. It's a Motorola mobile phone. It first came out in 1973.
It's huge!
Imagine having that in your pocket.
5.
And next, what do you think this gadget is used for? Here's a clue. It's commonly used when people want to use their phones hands-free. For example, when they're driving.
A speakerphone?
Nice try, but no.
I know what it is, but I don't know what it's called.
Well, two names are possible. Headset or earpiece.
Ah, that's right.
Today, you see these wireless devices everywhere. But in the early days, there was nothing like it.
6.
Children used to sit in front of their TV sets and play this for hours. They no longer had to beg Mum or Dad to take them to the arcade to play.
It sounds like you're describing a video game system, but that doesn't look like one.
It is a video game system, a really old one. My dad has one in the garage.
You're right, Monica. It's the Atari video game system, to be exact, made in about 1977.
Activity book, page 93. Activity 4. Write the names. Use the words from the box. Listen and circle the correct answers. 1.
A handheld game device is used to play games outside.
2.
A mobile phone is used mostly to talk to people.
3.
An instant camera is used mostly to take photos.
4.
A transistor radio is used to listen to music and the news.
Pupils book, page 114. Activity 5. Listen and read. What is Mary's necklace worth? What's it worth? By Lucy Reynolds.
Cast: Tim, Mary, brother and sister. Mr. Burns, antiques expert. Setting: an indoor antiques market. Tim and Mary enter the antiques market. They've got a small dish with them. Mr. Burns is sitting at a table with some books about antiques on it. There is a sign on the table that says, Frederick Burns, antiques expert. Pointing to the dish Tim is holding.
Excuse me, sir. Could you please look at this for us? It might be worth a lot of money.
Taking the dish from Tim.
Let's see, what have you got here?
Shrugging his shoulders.
I'm not sure. We found it in our attic. It was with our great-grandmother's things, so it's probably quite old.
Running her hand across the dish.
Do you think it was used for sugar or jam?
Mr. Burns picks up the dish and examines it carefully. He doesn't seem to be very impressed.
Or maybe to hold jewellery. That's what our Aunt Gloria does with her little dish that's just like this one.
Yes, you're both right about how people use these dishes today, but years ago, this kind of dish was used to hold salt.
He puts the dish on the table.
Salt?
Yes, it's probably from the 1930s or so. You see, people used to put salt for each person in these little dishes. After the 1940s, people started to use salt shakers, and these little dishes were no longer made.
So are they worth a lot now?
No, not really. This one's in pretty good shape. A dish like it was a very common part of a large set of dishes. If you had the whole set, all the plates, saucers, cups, and so on, it might be worth a lot. But for just one little dish, I'd say about €6.
Disappointed.
I suppose that's why Aunt Gloria just puts her jewellery in it.
Mary reaches over to pick up the dish. Mr. Burns suddenly notices the necklace Mary is wearing and gasps in surprise.
My goodness! Where did you get that necklace you're wearing?
This necklace? It was in a cardboard box with some old costume jewellery that my mother gave me.
In disbelief.
Costume jewellery?
Trying to clarify.
You know, it's just fake stuff and cheap. Why?
Examining the necklace more closely.
Well, this is a very rare type of necklace from Venice, in Italy.
Really?
Yes, indeed. And this particular necklace has got a very unusual design.
What's it worth?
Well, I would say it's worth close to €5,000.
Shocked.
€5,000?
Mary grabs Tim and starts to run away. Surprised.
Wait, where are you going?
Calling back over her shoulder.
That cardboard box is full of jewellery. I'm going to get it and bring it back here.
Activity Book, page 94. Activity 5. Listen and read, then answer the questions.
Setting: a Year 6 classroom in the year 2015. The class finds a time capsule that the school made in 1990. They open it and are looking at the things inside it. Picking up a thin square object,
Look at this. What is it?
takes it from her and looks at it carefully.
I'm not sure. It's plastic, and it's got a metal rectangle on it.
I think it was used for watching films on a computer.
I don't think so. I don't think people could watch films on computers in 1990.
You're right.
Picking up a thick rectangular object,
And what's this? It's some kind of small machine.
presses one of the buttons and it starts working.
Hey, it's an old music player.
Anne puts the headphones to her ears. Putting his hands over his ears,
Oh no! I don't want to listen to old music.
laughing,
Someone's going to say the same thing about our music in the future. I kind of like this music. I'm going to take it to my granddad. He might remember this kind of music.
a teacher enters. Holding up the thin square object,
Hello, Miss Albany. What's this?
Oh, that's a floppy disk. People use them to keep information on from a computer. That way they had the information even if their computer got lost.
I see.
It's fun looking at these old things.
Pupils Book, page 116. Activity 7. Listen and read. What is an abacus used for?
What in the world is this thing?
I'm not sure. It's one of the weird old things Mr. Hartman always brings to class. What do you think it is?
It might be a musical instrument. Or maybe it's some kind of old game or toy.
It might be. There's Mr. Hartman. Let's ask him.
Oh, hello, you two. What do you think of this abacus?
This what?
Abacus. It's used for adding and subtracting. I'm going to show you how to use it in maths today.
Great.
Pupils Book, page 116. Activity 9. Listen and match. Then complete each sentence with the correct form of a verb or verb phrase from the box. 1.
What in the world is that thing?
It's a butter churn. It's used for making butter.
Why would I want to make butter when I can just buy it at a shop? How does that thing work anyway?
You see this big wooden bucket? You put milk or cream inside. Then you move this stick up and down. After a while, the milk turns into butter.
That's too much work for me. I'd rather just go to a supermarket.
People in the past made butter this way. Here, try some.
Wow, it's delicious.
2.
This museum has got some really strange things.
Take a look at these. They look like they're made of long pieces of bones.
It might be something used for cooking or for cutting something. What does the card say?
It says they're ice skates.
They were used for ice skating?
Yes. I wonder how. Oh, I see. You tie them to your feet with those strings, and then the bones are the skates.
Strange.
3.
Hey, Dad, where are you?
I'm up in the attic. Come up and join me.
OK. Wow! What's all this junk?
You might find some treasures in here. You see this round thing? Do you know what this was used for long ago?
It's made of metal. It might be a cooking utensil.
Good guess. It's a bed warmer. Long ago, when houses didn't have heating systems, this was used for warming blankets in the winter. People put hot coals in them.
Well, I am glad we've got electricity these days.
4.
That's a pretty box, Mum.
It's not a box. Your grandfather got it from China many years ago.
Oh, it's ceramic. What's it used for?
You won't believe it, but it was used as a pillow a long time ago.
A pillow? But it's so hard.
Exactly. A long time ago, women in Asia had very beautiful hairstyles that took a lot of work to create. They didn't want to ruin them by sleeping on a soft pillow, so they rested their necks on a ceramic pillow like this one. It was used for keeping their hair in place.
Ugh, that doesn't sound very comfortable.
Activity Book, page 95. Activity 7. Listen and read. Circle T for true and F for false.
What's in the box?
It's not a box. See, it doesn't open. My granddad brought it back from China when he went there many years ago.
Let's see. It's hard and looks like it would break if you dropped it.
Well, it would. It's ceramic, like the plates and dishes we use for eating.
OK, but what is it? What's it used for?
You won't believe it, but it's a pillow.
A pillow? But it's so hard.
A long time ago, women in Asia had very beautiful hairstyles that took a lot of work to create. They didn't want to ruin them by sleeping on a soft pillow, so they just rested their necks on a ceramic pillow like this one. It was used for keeping their hair in place.
Gosh, that doesn't sound very comfortable.
Pupils Book, page 118. Activity 13. Listen and read. Match each invention, A to E, to a paragraph 1 to 5. The greatest inventions. Your top 5.
There are so many things around us that make life easier. What might life be like without them? We asked our readers what they thought were the most useful inventions from the past. Here are their top 5.
1.
It all starts here. If you haven't got wheels, you can't go anywhere or get anything. We need them for every type of vehicle. They take us places and bring things fast. They're used for operating many kinds of machines. Wheels were used as far back as 3000 BC.
2.
Imagine it's extremely cold or extremely hot. If you want some water, you've got to go to the well or a pump. Or even worse, your toilet is outside. Before indoor plumbing, people had to do this. Try to think about all the times you turn on the water in your home every day. The ancient Greeks invented it nearly 4,000 years ago. Unfortunately, there are still some countries where they haven't got it.
3.
Until 1879, candles or oil lamps were used for lighting. But then Thomas Edison developed the bulb. Walk around your home and count how many light bulbs you see. They're everywhere, even inside your fridge.
4.
This can get you somewhere far and fast. If there isn't one of these in your car, train or bus, you can't get to the shops or the cinema. Thank the inventor of the combustion engine. In a combustion engine, fuel burns and makes power. The power from the engine is used for making vehicles run. By 1860, people knew how to make combustion engines, but they didn't start making lots of them for a few more years.
5.
You might use one of these to do your homework, organize your schedule, or read a magazine. But computers are also used for running things that you use every day. There are tiny computers inside cars, microwave ovens, cash registers in shops, and vending machines. Charles Babbage invented the first computational machine in 1822, but it has changed a lot since then. These are only the reader's top 5. How many more great things can you think of?
Activity Book, page 98. Activity 15. Listen and read. Who invented the bendable straw? Everyday inventions.
What do you think of when you hear the word invention? Do you think of electrical appliances, of which we find many in our homes and in our classrooms? Or do you think of cars, trains and aeroplanes, which make it possible for us to travel to different places? There are so many useful inventions in the world today, without which our lives would be very different. What do you know about the people who made these inventions? Who do you think of when you hear the word inventor? Do you think of Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, or Carl Benz, the inventor of the petrol-powered car? Not all inventors are world famous. In fact, we don't know the names of a lot of inventors who invented some of the small, useful things we use every day. For example, everyone knows about the bendable straw, but does anyone know the name Joseph Friedman? In 1937, he invented the bendable straw. Joseph's brother owned a cafe. One day, Joseph was watching his youngest daughter drink a milkshake with a long straw. The straw was long, and she couldn't reach the end of it easily with her mouth. You may not see this as a problem, but Joseph did. He said, Let's see. I'll put a metal screw into the straw and wrap some wire around it on the outside of the straw. He tried it, and then he took the screw out. The straw could bend, and the bendable straw was born.
Pupils Book, page 120. Activity 18. Look, listen and read. What happens if you use this candle? Ian and Zelda are talking about an invention.
Hey, look at this cool invention. If you use this candle, you never need to buy a new one. When you light the candle, it'll make a new one under it.
But what's it used for?
Well, you get light when you light a candle.
What's so special about that? If you've got electricity in your house, you've already got light.
Yes, but if you haven't got electricity, what do?
If you haven't got electricity, you probably haven't got enough money to buy that candle.
Pupils Book, pages 122 and 123. Activity 26. Listen and read. Which design could save your life? Cool transformations.
Designers are very creative people, and they make things look attractive. But they're also brilliant at transforming everyday objects. There are talented designers in every country. When they design, they try to think about their country's resources and the problems they can solve. If a design can use resources, solve a problem, and have more than one use, then it's really brilliant. 3 great designs do just that. Austria is one of Europe's largest suppliers of wood. In Austria, the forests grow an average of 15,000 acres per year. Austrian tree logs are often cut up and used for firewood. They're also used for building furniture or even homes. But one company in Austria used this fantastic natural resource to make large speakers for MP3 players. The MP3 player connects to a dock on the log, and the log has got big speakers inside. The clever design company discovered that if you put speakers inside a hollow log, it makes the sound much better. In Italy, great design is its greatest resource. One designer combined design with stress relief therapy. Many people find watching fish in an aquarium calming. Some people have got aquariums at home, but they're usually in a family room or a living room. However, one clever Italian design company brought an aquarium into the bathroom, so they designed an aquarium sink. It's a great way to save space. And what better place for an aquarium than the place where we use water? If you like the sink, the company also sells aquarium toilets. Japan has got many great natural resources, but it also suffers from one big problem: earthquakes. What do you do if you're out shopping and there's an earthquake? An inventor in Japan has designed a multi-purpose shopping bag that might save your life. If you empty the bag, turn it upside down, and put it over your head like a hat, it protects you from falling objects. The bag is made of the same material as construction helmets. Designers all over the world are turning everyday objects into exciting things. Could you make something innovative out of something ordinary?
Activity Book, page 102. Activity 24. Listen and read. Match headings A to C to paragraphs 1 to 3.
Animals move in ways that are unique. People can't swim like dolphins or turn their heads around like owls. Scientists are using computer technology to study the movement of animals. Then they use this knowledge to create interesting inventions that help people.
1.
Engineers in Germany studied the elephant's trunk. They wanted to create a robotic arm and hand that could move just like an arm and could work safely with humans in factories, transforming the way certain products are made. They created a bionic handling assistant. The assistant looks like an elephant's trunk with a claw, and it's very light and very safe. When it accidentally hits a human, it moves back. It's also very gentle. It can pick up an egg.
2.
Japan is one of the world's leading suppliers of new technology. A Japanese engineer, Eiji Nakatsu, wanted to solve a problem. The fastest trains in Japan, the bullet trains, slowed down and made a very loud noise when they came out of tunnels. Eiji loved birds, and he knew that kingfishers dive into the water from the air with no splash. This is because of the shape of their beaks. He worked to change the front of the trains to be more like a kingfisher beak. The problem was solved.
3.
These are just 2 inventions inspired by animals. So, the next time you see an animal, look at it closely. Watch how it moves and notice which part of its body it uses. There might be an invention inspired by it. Think of a giraffe's long neck, a chameleon's sticky tongue, or a crocodile's powerful jaws. Or what about a butterfly's wings, a monkey's tail, or a penguin's flippers? Can you think of how any of these can be combined with technology to inspire a new invention?
Pupils Book, page 126. Activity 36. Listen, read and repeat. 1.
Oot. Oot.
2.
Ook. Ook.
3.
Ood. Ood.
4.
Oob. Oob.
Pupils Book, page 126. Activity 37. Listen and blend the sounds. 1.
Oot. Belt.
2.
Ilk. Milk.
3.
Old. Cold.
4.
Bulb. Bulb.
5.
Ilk. Silk.
6.
Field. Field.
Pupils Book, page 126. Activity 38. Listen and chant.
Let's drink cold milk, wear a felt belt and a silk scarf and put a green bulb in the spotlight.
Pupils Book, page 126. Activity 39. Work with a partner. What do you think it is? What was it used for? Use maybe or might be in complete sentences. Then listen and check. 1.
It's a gramophone. It was used for reproducing sounds.
2.
It's a floppy disk. It was used for storing files from a computer.
3.
It's a portable radio. It was used for listening to music and radio shows anywhere.
4.
It's a TV. It was used for watching TV shows.
Unit 8. Where do they come from? Pupils Book, page 128. Activity 1. Read and guess where the ideas come from. Write countries from the box. Not all of them will be used. Then listen and check. 1.
Superman, the chocolate nut bar, basketball, and even the green rubbish bag were all created in Canada.
2.
CDs, high-speed passenger trains, and the cultured pearl were all created in Japan.
3.
3 inventions that make food shopping easier, the automatic door, the shopping trolley, and the barcode reader, were invented in the United States.
4.
The world's first karaoke machine was made in the Philippines.
5.
What became the first aerosol spray can was developed in Norway.